Are you ready to perform at your highest potential? Welcome to the Performance Matters podcast from GP Strategies, your talent transformation partner. In each episode, we'll interview industry experts and explore best practices and innovative insights to help your organization improve performance.
Hi, everyone. It's Mike, host of the Performance Matters podcast. In this very special episode, we're talking about immersive learning, and I will be donning my VR headset along with two of our foremost thought leaders in the world of learning technologies to really look at the current trends, what's happening, what are some opportunities for you to leverage various forms of immersive learning. Now, we're going to do this in the world of VR. I think you're going to really enjoy this. I can't wait to share this with you, and I can't wait to get inside that headset. If you're listening on your favorite podcast platform, first of all, I'd like to say thank you, but I would also invite you to head over to the GP Strategies YouTube channel to see the action as it unfolds. All right, guys. Hey, I want to welcome you to the Performance Matters podcast. We're talking immersive learning today, and I'm telling you what, this is the perfect mix of business and pleasure, if you ask me. This is amazing.
It is. Nothing like being on the links, talking about a little bit of business informally.
Yeah, I'd like to just formally introduce you to our Performance Matters global listeners. So today we have Tom Pizer, Senior Director of Learning Technologies. Love it. And I love that shirt. That's pretty funky that you're wearing. I'm loving it.
Thank you. Thank you. Got dressed for the occasion.
And now we also have here Richard Calcutt. He is our Director of, if I get this correct, Richard, Consulting and Learning Experience for, get this, EMEA, which is Europe, Middle East, and Asia. Is that correct, Richard?
You got it. Yeah, it's a mouthful, I know, but it is true. Yeah, it's great to be here.
How cool is this? We're sitting here and connected. This is way better than a Teams meeting, guys.
We need to start the round, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Let's do it.
good.
I'm ready. That was a great shot.
A bomb shot.
Okay, Richard, let's see your shot here, and then we'll talk business.
Okay, let's go.
Okay,
Beautiful.
You guys are making me nervous here. Those are pretty good shots. Okay, my turn. Okay, I'm gonna do my best here. I'm gonna make sure I don't break anything in my real world here. Okay.
That's a good idea. Use the boundary of safety.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay, let's head over to our shots. I've got some questions for you guys. So let's head over there and let's talk business. So guys, I'm going to ask you this here. We're having fun with in a VR world, but what's why are we talking about this today when it comes to learning and development? I know this is fun, but tell me a dish on this on why this is something we'd want to talk about.
My first gambit on this one is to say I think this is a really exciting time for immersive technology because I've been avidly watching the Meta Connect event that's happening at the moment, or happened recently, and there's the new Quest 3S headset that's come out, which is a much more advanced version of the thing that I'm wearing at the moment, the Quest 2. There's also the recent collaboration they've been doing with Ray-Ban, so that's augmented reality glasses hardware. There's also the new Project Orion, as I think they've codenamed it, which is an even more kind of amazing version of those AR glasses. So it's a really exciting time in the industry.
Wow,
Yeah.
so there's some serious hardware evolution. That's one thing. Tom,
Absolutely.
what was your perspective on that?
I would add to that a lot of the tools for development have also come to market. So not only has Meta and HTC and Valve, not only have they come to the table with the hardware technology, but also the software to develop, especially if we're talking about in an e-learning context. There's a lot out there.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, by the way, I don't want to hold us up, but is it my turn?
I think
It's my
Tom's
turn.
turn.
It's
Okay,
my
Tom's turn.
turn.
Let's
I'm
see
away.
Tom sync this thing here.
All right.
Okay, somebody's been practicing. Look at that. Okay, Richard, let me get out of your way. I'm kind of hovering
here we
on
go,
you
here
right
we
now.
go.
So there's personal boundaries here in this world, aren't there? Oh
There
my
are.
gosh.
Oh, great.
Okay.
Great shot.
I'm feeling some pressure here, guys, quite frankly. I feel like, I don't know if I can even make this one, but I'm going to go for it. I've been working hard on putting in real life. So, yes.
Beautiful.
Yes. Okay. So
Very
Tom got
nice.
himself an eagle. Richard over in Sheffield got a birdie, and then Oh, Thiel got my normal score in real life, a bogey. So
We've got time to improve that. We've got another hole after this one.
absolutely, let's go do it here.
But I think that is kind of a nice segue, isn't it, to talk about how VR, this kind of experience, translates from our real life skills. Because I don't know, I mean, you guys have said that you're avid golfers. I don't think I've touched a golf club in maybe 15 years. So
Okay.
I wouldn't know it.
I was going to say, but this is one of the coolest parts of golf I found. It's not my score. If it was that, I would have quit a long time ago. It's the connections you make out here. It's just an easy way.
Yes.
Now, in terms of immersive learning, we categorize this as virtual reality. I've heard of augmented reality. Let's just break down these definitions of what is what in this world of immersive learning.
In virtual reality, you're in a fully constructed world, okay? And so that's what we're in right now, okay? So we're not seeing the outside world. We're not seeing things around us. I'm in my living room, but it looks to me as though I'm in a golf course. Whereas with augmented reality or mixed reality, you can see the world around you. But what you have the benefit of are digital objects overlaid in front of your field of view. Okay, and so that can be very assistive for just-in-time learning, just-in-time information, practice in a real environment.
Got it. Are either of you seeing sort of a trend one way or another where consumers, learning clients might be favoring a particular style?
They're very good for different things, I would say. Tom, why don't you take your shot and I can talk a little bit about
Sorry
that.
about that.
All right.
Okay.
So, yeah, and so regarding the learning applications of those, I think augmented reality, where you can see the world around you and you have overlaid information, that is so great for performance supports, like in the moment support. So, for example, if I was some sort of a technician, I'm working on a machine, I can be doing my job, looking and working at the machine, and maybe I can see some information overlaid on top about how to maintain the machine or what part I'm looking at, for example.
Oh, wow.
Whereas with virtual reality, as we're in now, it transports you into a totally different space. So that has obviously very different implications. I couldn't be working on a machine right now if I were a technician.
Right.
Yeah. So
that would be troublesome.
Yeah, exactly, because I can't see anything going on around me. So this is much better for, I think, giving people brand new experiences. The one that I go to quite often with this is, for example, people who go for their work and go out to maybe dangerous situations. I'm talking things like maybe like an oil rig or something like that. You can go and have an experience of walking around a virtual render of an oil rig way before you actually go and do that in real life, and it gives you that similar experience. So you can go out there with some knowledge.
Yeah. I can totally get that. Now I want to see, speaking of simulated experiences, Richard, let's see you take a pass at this. Okay. Oh, look at that. Well done, Richard. Well done, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, I think it's my turn, right? You kind of hinted at one of the other questions I had, which is, what makes this such a great mode for learning?
And I think one of the first things that I would say is like a really great learning application for this sort of thing is giving people a chance to see things from a different perspective.
In terms of the value of this, you had mentioned that the fact that you can be in a safe space, you can be in a new place, and that example you mentioned, Richard, of an oil rig is a perfect example where, first time you're out there, I'm sure that's a pretty high stakes environment where if you have a chance to see and operate consequences, I'm sure that's got to be a pretty nice feeling once you're there in real life.
It comes down to risk, right? It's risk management at the end of the day, both in terms of personal safety in that example, but also in terms of operational risk, business risk, putting somebody in a dangerous situation who has experienced it in virtual reality beforehand. That risk is going to be significantly reduced because they know, they have a sense of what they're dealing with. I haven't stepped foot, as I said, on a golf course in probably 15 years, but if I did so tomorrow, I might have a bit better of an idea of what I was doing.
Yeah,
sure.
It's also a great opportunity to practice skills that perhaps you have already learned in the past. So it might be something where, you haven't had an opportunity to use those skills in a while. I know that I don't always get out to the golf course a lot, and so this is a great opportunity for me to get out there and just build confidence. Again, this kind of goes back to what you were saying, Rich, being able to operate or being able to assess in a safe space. The other thing that we can do is we can see our metrics. So we can see how well we do. We can record how safely we're operating or how well we're operating. So we can gather much more performance data.
Absolutely. So there's one thing that we haven't talked about yet, and that is I'm curious about the role of AI. Like, where are you seeing AI fitting into this immersive world?
We're currently working with that. So, like I said, there's more tools coming to the market. The ability to attach intelligence to large language models and also operate with those models in 3D space. We've used a couple of tools. One of them is called In-World, allows you to build intelligent characters. The other one is Convey, also allows you to build intelligent characters and bring them into your environment. So let's imagine this. We're working inside of a trades-based environment, and I need some advice or I need some support. Rather than just going over to an NPC or a non-player character that has very basic scripted instructions, it's kind of a branching scenario, right? Those basic scripted instructions. You get to an end and it's kind of a dead end. Well, imagine that avatar is now connected to a large language model and a library of information about the task that I'm performing. Now I can have a conversation.
Wow.
Now I can ask questions. Now I can query that content. We can also infuse, very specific goals and instructions for that avatar. So now we can do things like soft skills conversations or mentoring or coaching. So I think from that perspective, there's a great future in this.
Totally. Yeah. I mean, in the past, any dialogue that was spoken to you by another character whether it be in a game or an experience like this,
great shot.
It had to be written by somebody.
Well, I mean, that's the thing is when you're talking about getting to those real human interactions, it's almost impossible to just script everything. Did you just hold that out?
He did.
But actually, the thing I was going to say about the about AI and how AI is going to influence this space. I was watching a video of I think it was Marcus Brownlee on YouTube, MKBHD. He was trying on the new Meta smart glasses, the Project Orion, I think it was, and he was looking at a plant that needed some watering or something, and he said, "Hey Meta, how can I save this plant?" And using the AI integration, the AI assistant, the smart glasses were able to use the camera to look at the plant, identify what the plant is, and then say, that plant needs watering, it needs more daylight, it needs this or that or whatever.
Fantastic.
That is that is going to be the future for sure, I think.
Absolutely. Then you're getting into Terminator type elements there where you're identifying. I mean, but I'm saying obviously that's from a beneficial standpoint, not an elimination of the human species, right?
Right. So. The utopian, not the dystopian.
Exactly. I love it. And I think that's kind of our perspective on AI is it's human plus AI. We want the human in the loop. And, this is, in my mind, a perfect example where we've just had a fantastic mix of business and pleasure here. I feel so much more connected to you two versus when we're just staring at a 2D screen on Zoom or Teams. Not to diminish that innovation, but this is just fantastic. I wanted to thank you so much for taking some of your precious time to come out and golf with me, and I just really had a lot of fun. Hopefully our listeners picked up a lot about the world of immersive learning. So on behalf of our global listening audience, I want to thank you both for your time.
The Performance Matters podcast is brought to you by GP Strategies. Together, we can create a world where business excellence makes possibilities achievable. You can subscribe to the show anywhere you get podcasts or listen on our website at gpstrategies.com.